Welcome back, No Contest Nation. I'm your host, Jordan from No Contest. Today's topic is explaining the new Ten Tails in Boruto. And what could it mean? We did this research for you so you don't have to do it yourselves. Here at No Contest, we try to make it easier to get information on the Naruto universe. By the end of the video, you will know everything there is to know about the new Ten Tails. So make sure you stay to the end of the video so you don't miss anything. We noticed that the No Contest Nation is growing at a rapid rate, and I want to personally say thank you. Let's keep this growth going, ladies and gents, and let's spread the word that we're one of the best anime channels out there. Now that we're past that, let's get into the video.
No contest.
So in Boruto, during the Kawaki arc, we get some pretty confusing information. Sasuke has set out on a mission to get information on Akara's leader, Jigen. We see Sasuke entering a dimension that seems to contain the temple that belongs to the Otsutsuki. There he sees another Ten Tails, which is insane. After Sasuke being in shock, Jigen shows up and he does not notice Sasuke. Jigen begins absorbing chakra from the Ten Tails and leaves. This Ten Tails looks exactly like Kaguya's version of the Ten Tails, but this one's smaller. But what does all of that mean? Alright, everybody grab your speculation hat, because we're about to get into this. So a simple answer would be maybe Jigen cloned Kaguya's Ten Tails. He seems to be fairly resourceful, and it doesn't seem to be out of the realm of possibilities here. But that's what it seems like on the surface, but maybe there's something deeper. We do know that the Otsutsuki travel in pairs to different worlds and dimensions to plant the Ten Tails to create a God Tree. The God Tree siphons the planet's chakra, resulting in everything dying and bearing fruit for the Otsutsuki to eat so they can evolve. But in order for the Ten Tails to turn into the God Tree, a living Otsutsuki has to be fed to the beast. So Ishiki was partnered with Kaguya. Like I said earlier, Otsutsuki travel in pairs, but the lower ranking being the one that's sacrificed, while the other one watches the fruit's cultivation. However, the Otsutsuki that is sacrificed utilizes karma to prepare a vessel beforehand in order to revive themselves. In this case, Kaguya was supposed to be sacrificed, but Kaguya wanted the chakra fruit for herself, betraying Ishiki and apparently leaving him on the verge of death after destroying his lower half. In desperation, Ishiki used his shrinking ability to reduce his body size and infiltrate the body of a monk named Jigen, taking him over through parasitic means because he didn't have the strength to place a karma on him at the time. But Kaguya was sealed away by Naruto and Sasuke. So did Ishiki find a way to bring her back? And did he bring her back as the Ten Tails? With Kaguya's betrayal and eventual sealing, leaving Ishiki alone, Ishiki was then left with no other option and was planning to feed himself as Jigen to the Ten Tails for it to bloom into the God Tree. That's when Ishiki placed karma on Kawaki to serve as a vessel so he can come back after as Kawaki and eat the fruit. But only Otsutsuki turned into the Ten Tails. From the information given on the previous Ten Tails, Kaguya merged with the God Tree and became the Ten Tails. But a God Tree is born from a Ten Tails itself, which acts as the tree's seed. Non-canon information says that the God Tree can come from random meteorites and land on different planets and areas and somehow begin to grow. In theory, that would explain how Kaguya first managed to make a God Tree. Maybe there was one already on Earth, but that's just one scenario. But we don't like to use non-canon information here. But let's bring it back a second. You remember when Sasuke first finds the new dimension, there was crests on what seems like a mural. There were 6 crests and they were all coupled in twos. One was Momoshiki and Kinshiki, then Kaguya and Ishiki, but then there's 2 others that were smashed. What does that mean? Could it be that maybe Kaguya turned one of the mystery Otsutsuki into the Ten Tails and that's how she got the first God Tree? Could this new Ten Tails be one of the new mystery Otsutsuki? But what doesn't make sense to us is that by textbook definition, in order for the Otsutsuki to become the Ten Tails, they have to merge with a God Tree. But in order to get a God Tree, you have to have a Ten Tails. So we need a starting point in order to start a cycle. But the question is, how does the cycle start? It's like that, that analogy that people use is like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Man, that's a lot of information. So much that it's almost making my brain hurt. There is so much information that is left unanswered that leaves us in a world of speculation. The only thing we can do is just wait and hopefully we get more information on this, and then we'll go from there. We'll pick up on another video and continue this one. If you want more videos like this, please consider becoming a part of the No Contest Nation by subscribing to the channel, so that way you don't miss anything when we put out new information on the Naruto universe. Also, before I go, make sure you check out our other videos. I'm sure you'll find some value in them. I'm your host, Jordan from No Contest. Catch you on the next one.